I'm finally getting around to proceeding with my project to install a Holley Sniper fuel injection setup on my Morris Minor van. I'm in the process right now of disassembling the old system and getting the carburetor out of there and that sort of thing. While I'm looking at it, I have to really highly recommend this hood extension that I got from ESM in the UK. It just makes life so much more pleasant not banging my head against the bonnet. So what I've done so far is remove the Holley Asian knockoff carburetor, which worked, but it was not consistent, and I'm replacing it with this Holley throttle body injection that obviously has a lot of electronic cables and that sort of thing coming off of it. It's a really tight fit, and there's gonna be some issues, I think, with fitting that down in here, but I'm gonna make it work one way or the other. I've got to get my car back on the road. So I'm gonna proceed with removing the supercharger and intake manifold so I can improve the gasket seal between that and the head. And then once I get that sealed up properly, I will also remove the headers and install an oxygen sensor, which, looking down in there, it's going to be a really tight fit as well. But we can do it. I think we can make it work. I've created a special intake exhaust manifold gasket that attempts to make up for the difference in thickness of the manifold flange for the supercharger and the thickness of the flange on the headers. So what I've done is I've taken a second gasket and cut it up so that it has a second layer for the intake side of things here. And I don't know, maybe a complete loser, I've glued it together with Hylamar blue, and the whole gasket's going to be sealed up with Hylamar blue when it goes on there. So we'll see how that works in solving that problem. I've got my super gasket in place here, and now I'm getting ready to tighten up this header a little bit just to hold it in place, and then I'm going to put the supercharger and intake manifold on, and we'll see how it looks. Here's the throttle body installed on the intake to the supercharger. It's a pretty tight fit, but everything clears. The only thing I did have a problem with is the throttle position sensor plug. The retaining clip for that hung up on the back of the supercharger, so I had to get rid of it. So I'll probably just use a nylon tie to keep that in place. Next thing is to hook up the fuel lines. This is the input to the fuel system, and this is the purge back to the gas tank. Getting the fuel supply components together. This is the line that will hook up to the gas tank. Then you got a pre-filter for the electric fuel pump. That's the electric fuel pump, and then an output filter for the electric fuel pump.